Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.
I've read your resume and know a lot of things about your qualifications for this position. One thing you didn't mention is why you left your last job? I know the company you worked for is a good company.
Yes, it's a good company. But the management changed last month. We didn't get along, so I quit.
I understand. Why would you like to join our company?
I'm qualified for this position. And I've heard a lot of good things about your company.
Like what?
You take care of your employees. And your company offers good salaries and benefits.
That's good to know. Why do you think you're qualified for this position?
I've got over 7 years' experience working in this kind of position. I know I can do a good job in this position.
Why have you stopped production?
We've had a few problems. One of the bolts has worked loose and a blade has snapped off.
Okay. Make sure the power is switched off, then tighten up all the bolts on the unit and replace the broken blade. Why is there oil all over the floor?
I think the valve is faulty. I couldn't regulate the pressure and the seal burst. I tried opening the emergency valve but it was jammed.
Clean up the mess first, then fit a new seal and check the valve.
I haven't got enough for prosecuting him.
Why don't you find someone who is in the know?
I'm just thinking about that. But the trouble is, I don't know who is well in the know.
Did you ask his former secretary, Laura? She knows a lot about him.
Thanks for reminding me. She's the right person to help me.
What are the branches of operations?
Operations is made up of manufacturing, materials, shipping and distribution, etc.
It seems that it is a key department for providing materials and transportation.
Yes, it is.
What are in this folder?
They are reports of our company.
Are they filed alphabetically?
No, they are filed according to dates.
Can you find last month's report for me, please?
No problem. Here you are.
We're having trouble with Bob.
What's the problem?
He's been late for work twice.
Okay, I'll speak to him.
Didn't you punch in this morning, Monica?
Sorry, I don't know the rule about punching.
That's okay. I should have told you earlier. This is a company rule.
Do we also need to punch out after work?
According to the company rule, we should punch in before 8 o'clock and punch out after 5 o'clock every workday.
How about the lunch break, Lucy?
From 11:30 to 1 o'clock.
May I ask whether we need to work overtime?
Sometimes, but not quite often.
Since China was open to the outside world, its trade forms have become much more flexible. One of these commonly used forms is co-production. Would you please do a bit explanation of it, Mr. Walker?
Well, under this arrangement, two parties cooperate to manufacture a product or a category of products, for example, machine tools for export. Each party produces and supplies a part of the components and parts. One party is a Chinese enterprise, the other, an overseas firm. Most probably, The foreign counterpart contributes technology and equipment, and sometimes, parts and components, while the Chinese enterprise's factory building, labor and other resources to the cooperative production. They join hands and fulfill orders together by an agreement or a contract.
I suppose that the assembling of these components and parts, particularly the marketing of the finished products, should take place in China.
Not necessarily. It depends on the contract stipulations. They may be marketed in the foreign country where the other party is located, or even in a third country.
I think the principle of co-production is to expand export trade. It's a reciprocal business, isn't it?
Yes, you are right. Either party is not well equipped to produce the final products single-handedly, but they can enter into an agreement. In such case, each side contributes different resources to make the manufacture of a certain product or a category of products possible.
Tom, this is Mary Bobbins. She's just come over from sales.
It's nice to meet you. Guess we'll be working together.
Yes, she'll be working closely with you on the marketing end of things.
Good. Well, welcome aboard, Ms. Robbins. Where are you studying and what's your major?
I am studying at Beijing University. I major in civil law.
Why did you choose Beijing University?
Because Beijing University is the best university in China and I'm sure I am one of the best students.
What courses have you learned?
I have learned many courses, such as civil law, economic law, commercial law and administration law.
Which one is your favorite? Why?
Civil law. Because it is broad and profound, and furthermore, it best reflects the spirits of fairness and equality.
What was your minor subject?
Psychology.
Is this American Airlines?
Yes, sir. My name is Ellen. How may I help you?
I need to get a flight to Chicago on the 7th in the morning. Can you give me a hand?
Certainly, sir. There's a flight at 8:35 a.m. and one at 10.
Have you found another job yet, Sally?
No, I haven't, but I've seen several interesting advertisements in the paper.
What kind of job are you looking for?
Either something in the hotel business or something to do with travel.
You haven't had any experience in either of those fields.
I know, but I'd like to try. Look, here are some advertisements that I've cut out.
Mr. Carmichael, this is Ellen Bauer calling again. You had said I should call this week to schedule an interview with you.
That's right, Ms. Bauer. How are you? I'm not sure if I'll be able to fit you in this week, I'm afraid.
I understand, Mr. Carmichael. I'd be glad to make it some time next week.
All right, then. Why don't we say next Tuesday at 11:30 a.m.? Hello, is that Susan who applied for an accountant in our company through the phone?
Yes, speaking. Can I help you?
I am the HR manager of the ABC company. You are on the list of interviewees. Would you please come over to have an interview?
Sure, I'd love to. Thank you.
Francis. What's that?
Well, that is the chart showing our company's organizational structure.
Could you tell me something about it?
Okay, on the top, Mr. Thomas, the managing director, is responsible for running the company.
How many departments do we have?
4. They are production department, finance department, sales and marketing department and HR department. I directly report to Mr. White. He is on a business trip and is supposed to be back this morning. Probably you will be meeting him at lunch.
Okay. Who should I report to?
Mr. White, too.
Good morning, I am here for my interview.
Hello. Nice to meet you. I'm Mr. Gotcha. Have any trouble finding the place?
No problem.
So why don't you tell me why you are interested in changing positions?
Unfortunately, our company is shutting down due to the economy.
What would you consider your strengths?
I am probably best at researching for marketing purposes.
What is your biggest weakness?
I tend to get bored easily and so love to keep myself challenged.
We have a position where that could work out well.
Good morning. I want to apply for a job in your company as an assistant. Could you tell me the company address, please?
Okay. Do Jan have a pen and a paper now?
Yes, please.
Our company is in Pudding New area in Shanghai.
Sally, you look so corporate. What interview do you have today?
Amalgamated Trading Company. It's Swiss. Don't you think working at a foreign company would be glamorous?
Yeah. I guess so. I've never actually heard of this one, but...
Well, it's small, but it's a young, dynamic, rapidly growing company with a progressive, humanistic philosophy.
You didn't read their brochure or anything, did you?
4 times. I'm totally prepared. Oh, no. I forgot to take off my nail polish. And I have to be there in 15 minutes. That's it. I blew it.
Well, they are progressive and humanistic. Maybe they don't care about nail polish or even blue nail polish. Just keep your confidence up and you'll do great.
But the competition is fierce this year and it seems like I'm the only one left who hasn't found a job.
Not quite the only one. I really wanted that job at the magazine, but I still haven't heard from them.
Following our free educational materials, you learn English in a great way with ease and efficiency.